In this video, we will start with the concept of multi-user. What is a multi-user? Because multi-user in .11 AX can be a little confusing, so I'm going to stress on multi-user for a minute. The term multi-user simply means transmission between AP and multiple clients. As simple as that. This is what multi-user is all about. When you're transmitting between an AP and multiple clients, it becomes multi-user. This terminology can be used in this scenario. However, now in .11 AX, we have something called, in .11 AX, we have something called OFDMA, or it is also known as multi-user OFDMA. Sometimes we call it that also, because we are trying to have multiple clients communicate in a single channel. We'll talk about that in detail, but the other thing is multi-user MIMO. So we use multi-user here and also here. So don't get confused. I'm going to explain this in detail in the coming few minutes. If you know that in OFDM, we have discussed OFDM in 802.11n, 802.11, this technology is used in A, G, and also bit in AC, right? Now here, what happened was we were using the entire frequency channel for a single transmission from transmitter to receiver. Even if the frame size is, let's say, around 250 bytes, we will still use the entire frequency space to send traffic. That was OFDM for you. Okay, that was OFDM for you. However, and that was okay at that time, we got good data rates also at that time, but that was not something which we could have carried forward with, because now in .11 AX we have got a better way of handling things. What we do in .11 AX is, in OFDMA, we divide the channel into different or smaller resource units or baby channels. So what I did was, I have this channel. Every channel will have some subcarriers that carry the data, carry the bits. Now this channel can be divided into multiple smaller channels called resource units, or baby channels called resource units. Since most of the communication is happening under 300 bytes, we are at a liberty to create resource units. But yeah, for a single transmission, you can also use the whole frequency band, whole channel. That's also allowed if you have a bigger frame going in. But usually the AP is in charge here. AP in charge. So the AP decides how many resource units to create and who all clients will be transmitted data to at a time, what power level of each transmission will be, because the AP here is transmitting data to this resource unit, this resource unit, this resource unit, this resource unit, and so on and so forth. So AP will be able to decide how many resource units to create, whom all to contact, and whom all to send data, and then how much power each transmission will be of. That is also monitored by the AP. So OFDM is kind of like, each resource unit here is given to one client. So we are also doing, in a way, multi-user OFDM, right? So that is something which is given to us via .11 AX protocol. So multi-user MIMO, we know when the client talks to multiple clients, when the AP talks to multiple clients using its antenna, and multi-user OFDMA is also a part of .11 AX. That is why multi-user can be used in both terminologies. This is something which we need to remember and understand. The next important feature, or I would say, would be to talk about uplink and downlink multi-user uplink and downlink OFDMA. We will cover that in the next coming video. Thank you.